What the fuck?
Shut up.
And I'm hearing you, Lord. 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 Alien, fall right through hell and come back again.
Alrighty, guys, so let's talk about this one quick second. So, I swear, can we get a week without James Gunn being James Gunn? Can we get a week without him putting his foot in his mouth? But before we get into this video, I want to tell everybody, I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. And I hope everybody has a Happy New Year's. And I hope y'all hit the like button, subscribe, and share. That helps me out with the algorithm because YouTube sucks at doing that. Anywho, let's get into this video. Can I get 1 week without James Gunn being James Gunn? Can we get 1 week, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, my Lord. Anywho, let's get into this video. So, The Batman comes out. The Batman's getting delayed again for another year. Now, I'm going to give you my hypothesis, I'm going to give you my reasonings, and I'm also going to give you what's been going on. Do I believe there's some issues going on behind the scenes? I believe so. We'll get into that a little bit later into the video, but I do want to address what James Gunn had to say. He talked about other things in the video, but there's an article on comicbookmovie.com. I will more than likely, put that in the comment section below. So in this video, someone asked him, "Hello, James, can you please confirm whether this is true or not?" In some context, he's talked about the quote unquote the Batman being delayed. This is James Gunn. Sure, yes, it's true. The only reason for the delay is there isn't a full script. I think that's the new term now they're going to use now for Warner Brothers. We need a full script. We want a full script. Not saying creative differences, because you can't use creative differences no more, because that already automatically means there's an issue going on. There isn't a full script. Those of you who follow me here probably know that already. Matt is committed to making the best film he possibly can, and no one can guess exactly how long the script would take to write. Once there's a finished script, there's around 2 years of pre-production, shooting, post-production on big films. Then he gets into details about other stuff. He brings up Aliens. He brings up Incredibles, which I don't know, why would you bring up an anime movie? An anime movie would take longer to make than a live-action movie. I don't know. He brings up Terminator films. He brings up the Avatar films, which if you kind of keep up with James Cameron, he's always been that person that take a long time with his sequels, especially with Terminator, because he went in multiple videos and said, "Hey, I took this long because I wanted the technology to catch up so I could do this type of thing with the Terminator, etc., which he said multiple times." Then the Avatar film, again, technology, we know with James Cameron. Then he talked about Top Gun. Really, I don't know why. But the one he talked about was his films. Guardians, Volume 1 and Volume 3. Let me explain his films. His films, the reason that took as long as it did was the pandemic. And also he got fired and rehired because he said some stupid jokes back in the day of some jokes to the point that was very disturbing and disgusting, which is rightfully so. He needed to be, I want to say fired, but he needed to be reprimanded for that, because, again, that's just disturbing. Why would you say some stuff like that? That's why it took as long as it did with Guardians, because he was fired. Then they had to go through a 3 or 4 month process. Then they got him rehired. Then the pandemic happened, and then that took a long time. So he's leaving some context out for his films. But let's get into this. Let me explain the reasoning why this is taking as long as it is, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to explain why. The reason that it's taking as long as it is with the delays and stuff like that, I'm going to give you 2 hypotheses and also some stuff I've talked to with one of my sources. Behind the scenes, James Gunn and Matt Reeves are probably having issues. They're having issues because James Gunn wants his Batman into his universe, which is rightfully so. Because, again, it makes more sense to bring in Matt Reeves' Batman than bring in another Batman. Because what's going to happen is you're going to have an issue with the fan base. You have a split war, a civil war with the Matt Reeves Batman fans and with the James Gunn Batman fans. James Gunn's not stupid. He knows that. He don't want that. Because again, right now, DC is already divided with the studio versus the fans. And that's Warner Brothers' fault right now. James Gunn is trying to bring everybody together, but it's not working. It's not working. And the other hypothesis, which I think I'm leaning more to this one, is David Zaslav. David Zaslav is probably right now dealing with the investors. They are pissed off at him from the NBA rights being lost and everything. There's so much writing on Superman. If this film does not do well, they will be moving to the Batman universe, which is the Matt Reeves verse. So that means all full throttle with that. That means the Joker series we heard rumors about, that's going to go probably in production. The Arkham Asylum show that was supposed to be in DCU, that will go back to Matt Reeves. The Gotham Police show that was supposed to be happening will probably be happening. They're going to go full throttle with the Matt Reeves verse over the DC universe because they see more money and it's a lot less expensive, you ask me, than doing a glamour show about aliens and shit than doing a show set in a Gotham where you can just, do that with less CGI and everything else. You have a little bit more less practical effects than everything else when you do like a police drama type of show. Why you think Law and Order has been around for so long? It's cheaply, easily to be made, Anywho, that's what they're doing. Those are the two hypotheses I got right now. Can I be wrong on both? I could be, but I'm leaning more to the second one because I believe David Zaslav is not a fool. He's been seeing the box office with these movies. They are not doing well. Every DC movie that's came out has bombed. Do I think the Superman is going to bomb financially? That's a possibility. Critically, not so much. Like I said, I think James Gunn won't make a bad film, but financially, that's a different story. DC is a dead brand right now. It's a damaged brand due to Warner Brothers' incompetence. I don't blame that on David Zaslav. I don't even blame that on Peter Safran. I don't blame that on James Gunn. I blame Ann Snarl, Walter Hernaba, all these execs from the past of what they did. Okay? That's the reason why we're in this pickle we are right now. And this delayed is a prime example of incompetence. They need to just go ahead and do this film because right now, I do agree with most of the fan base. Robert Pattinson's getting old. And they can't even ride the high success of the Penguin. They got to wait another year. Now, again, I do think they are waiting to see what's happening with Superman. That is the eye-opener, ladies and gentlemen. When that film comes out, prepare to hear every rumors, prepare to hear every source, because something's going to come out. If it bombs, prepare. The DC universe will never happen. It will be done. The universe will be dead in the water. If it does well, well is $800 to $900 million. Well, excuse me. Prepare to hear, more stuff about Swamp Thing and other things and more of that. And also prepare to see the Batman slowly but surely fade to existence. Now, you're probably saying, oh, it's fading out. No, it's not. They will keep that around because, again, they don't want to get rid of it. Because, again, here's the problem. You get rid of that, you get rid of another franchise. You don't want to do that right now. They don't really know if the Superman film is going to be successful or not. So they're waiting to see. Now, the backstage stuff, what's going on? Yeah, I bet you Matt Reeves and James Gunn are having issue with one another because James Gunn's probably telling him, yo, I want this Batman in this universe. He keeps saying no. And honestly, I'm going to make a video where I agree with James Gunn. It needs to be in this universe. But we'll talk about that in another video because I don't want to be here all day. I really do think that these delays are hurting. They're doing these delays to hurt the film. But I also think, too, that David Zaslav is okay with these delays because he also doesn't know if the Superman film is going to do well. You kind of see what I'm saying? It's like David Zaslav is happy with the delays where us fans are not. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to make sure if option A doesn't work, that option B is going to work. Remember I did that video a couple of weeks ago talking about option B? Option B is the Batman. Do not think it's canceled. They're not going to cancel that. That's a waste of money. What they are going to do is wait. They are waiting to see if this Superman film is all the hype that what it is. If it's not, and if it crashes and burns, then the Batman will go back to full throttle. But be careful with that, ladies and gentlemen. The ones that want the Batman to take center stage, you're just going to get the Batman. You're not going to get no Superman. You're not going to get no Wonder Woman. You're not going to get this. You're not going to get that. You're not. Be very careful with that, because I see what Warner Bros. Is also trying to do too. And this is something that my source was telling me before too, that Warner Brothers is at a point where they can't really take gambles no more. If this does not do well, that's it. They're going to go back to Batman. And they're going to stick with Batman until A, either somebody buys them out, or B, they get sell the rights or something like that. So that's kind of what the direction they're going with. It sucks, I know, but from what I've been seeing and what I've been hearing, I think that's the route they're going. But it is what it is. So as always, guys, like, subscribe, peace, have a Johnson day. I hope you guys had a Merry Good Christmas. That's my thoughts on it. And I will talk about another video down the road about why the Batman should be included in the James Gunn universe. But we'll talk about it in another video. I hope you guys have a Johnson day. See you guys next video.